What's going on, everybody? Hope you had a great MLK weekend. Hope the new year has kicked off well for you. I had to go ahead and do this video style rather than trying to figure out how to type this and be concise and in bite-sized pieces for you. So here's my video testimony. We had an amazing workshop, an intensive workshop with the incomparable Dennis Neal. If you've been following me for a while, you've seen me sing his praises before. I'm going to sing it again. I need to start probably going back to 2019 to properly tell you the story. At that time, I was reevaluating my approach to coaching and training because, I had done fairly well for myself. I was I had booked SAG jobs. I was SAG eligible. I had, a vast number of commercials and films, but the type of roles and the type of goals that I was setting my sights on was getting, close but no cigar, So rather than, point the finger at politics or representation or, location, whatever it may be, I pointed the finger here and I said, what can I do to get better? What's missing? To try and close that gap, because my approach to this business is to leave no stone unturned to try to accomplish my goals. So several months, maybe even a year prior to that, I had become Facebook friends with Mr. Dennis Neal, and of course heard so many actors singing his praises. People that I love and respect, people like Cheryl Carbonell, Brandy Grant, just to name a couple off the top of my head who had been impacted by him, but the names go on. And just following Dennis on Facebook, I got a sense of who he was and the type of man that he was. And I was like, yeah, I got to rock with Dennis. There's just something about Dennis. So I think it was November, maybe October of 2019, went out for the workshop. It was in Atlanta this time. And on my way up there, as a matter of fact, I had booked a commercial, and I won't say what the commercial was. And I got into booking maybe like that morning, and usually do your confirmation, confirm the dates, you get a fitting date or whatever. After I confirmed the fitting date, they reached back out and they revoked my booking. So I'm in a shitty mood now on my way up to Atlanta, and I just had this funkiness about me, because that never happened to me before. And so that was one of those times where the industry dealt me a little blow. And so I go to this workshop. And over the next 2 days, it's hard to put into words, but it was just one of these great experiences, one of these impactful experiences emotionally and spiritually that you don't forget, and it resonates with you for a while. Dennis has a way of reaching into your spirit and your soul as a human being and as an artist as well, and pulling that real shit out of you. You know what I mean? Pulling all that bullshit away that sometimes we, as people, not just actors, as people, we put these masks on sometimes, and we think we're fooling somebody, and you're really not. Dennis has a way of bringing that shit out of you and making you tell some real, honest truth. He's honest, super honest about his past, about his stories, and it sets the tone for us to be able to reach into those darker spaces or those painful spaces that we have in our lives in order that we need to tell the type of stories, the honest, truthful stories that resonate with the audience. And so Dennis went about stretching me and stretching others in ways that I had never experienced before. A lot of times you go to classes or workshops and there's, maybe big gaps in experience, big, gaps in as far as the type of work people have put in, or maybe, instructors are afraid to go there. Dennis ain't afraid of shit. That's one of the things I love about you, brother. You are fearless in your truth, fearless in reaching others' truths. And so that set the tone for me sort of having a different type of growth, a different type of performance. And I've had people who have seen me and followed me say that they've seen it. And of course, I've started to see it, and the results have reaped so many benefits. If you've been following me for a while, so that was 2019. Obviously, the pandemic hit the following year. kind of put a damper on all of us. But then going into late 2021 into 2022, you've seen the consistency, you've seen the growth. I felt the growth in how I perform, how I go about my craft, and it's all due to Dennis Neal and of course Chris Green with Life of an Actor. I use the analogy like, it's like a boat, right? I had built my own boat, but it was kind of like more like a sailboat. So I'm kind of at the mercy of the winds. I was pretty much just getting by on raw talent. But Dennis and Chris, it's like they gave me a GPS and a big ass motor to go with that boat. So now I'm able to get places quicker, more efficient, more honest, truthful. And that's what, that's one of the reasons I'm singing their praises today, and I've reaped the benefits. Like I said, been following me 2022, starting with the mountaintop. There's no way I could have given the performance that I gave without being under Mr. Neal's wing. And he had a lot to do with me accepting that part too. And he was just, he was just a battery in my back that I needed, because that was an intimidating project. And the type of challenge that, scared the shit out of me. So I needed like that coach. I needed Mickey, Mickey from Rocky, you know what I'm saying? To keep pushing you, letting you know you can do it. You can, this is how you do it. You got it, and so I needed that, and that set the tone for the type of 2022 that I had. I was busy, y'all. Like I a couple projects I had to, turned down because, scheduling wise, I had booked other things, or I had gotten to a point where I was just wore out, and I, physically I couldn't do certain things, and I had to turn down that and just rest. So that's the type of career that I want to continue having. And going into 2021, early 2021 is when I started working consistently with Chris and Life of an Actor. And so, like you said, you've been following me for a while, you see the proof in the pudding. I'm putting this out there because I get a lot of people that reach out to me and they want to know, how can I get better, or how can I get an agent, or how can, whatever it may be. It starts with the craft. It starts with, getting around like-minded people who have done what you've done or what you tried to do, and getting in there and putting in the work. So I'm posting this, but then he's coming back, y'all. He's coming back for another one. It won't be a 3-year gap this time. He's coming back real soon. So I'll be posting about it. And I want you guys to get ready. If this is what you really want to do, you really consider yourself an actor, a storyteller, and you want to pursue this path, you need to get under this man's umbrella and get the things that I've gotten from him. So, Dennis, I love you, brother. I wanted to get this out there. If y'all, follow Dennis, or if you've been following other actors or whatever around the Southeast, you've probably seen the post already, and other people talking about this experience. So I want to make sure it gets out there as well. Big shout out to Chris Green and Life of an Actor. Big love and shout out to you, Coach Neal, wise man. Anytime I can be around you, man, it's a beautiful experience. So thank you for this weekend. Thank you for everything over the past few years. And can't wait to see you again, man. Y'all take care.